Social Security letter, watch for it with your new check amount. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to focus on a very important letter going out to tens of millions of Social Security beneficiaries, highlighting your new check amount. Now, this letter will be highlighting your new check amount as well as other very important details about your monthly benefit and how much you're going to be getting on a monthly basis, breaking down all of those details. This is pretty important stuff, and it's also pretty exciting as well. Why I want to share the details with you here in this video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to hit that big old button waiting for you right down below the video, the subscribe button if you haven't done so, as I'm here for you right by your side every single day to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as there's a lot of things that are changing right now, some big announcements that are happening, major announcements out of Social Security, major changes out of Social Security, as well as a lot of bills, packages, and proposals out of lawmakers. A lot of things are happening right now. It's a very busy time of year, as you probably heard me talk about in other videos as well. And again, I'm bringing you those research details every single day in these videos as I'm watching everything very, very closely. So again, thanks for being here. I really, really do appreciate your support. I just want to do what I can to help those of you here in the community. It's been a very weird time over the last few years, and realistically, it's going to continue being weird for probably the next few years as well. As we know, all of these things are still working through the system. So again, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. I'll be here for you right by your side every single day. That's my promise to you and everybody here in the community. And as always, I'm sticking to it. All right, let's get into it and talk about the letter that you should be watching for that will be highlighting your new monthly benefit, which is honestly super exciting. It's about time, right? Everybody needs a little bit more money right now. Again, it'll be highlighting this as well as other important details about your monthly benefit that I do want to bring to your attention as well, okay? All right, so we're in that time of year right now where letters are going out. Tens of millions of beneficiaries are getting letters. This is pretty cool stuff, right? So as a result of this, watch for it. I mean, let's just be real for a second, okay? How many times do you go to your mailbox, you pull out all the letters and things, you look through and think, oh, look at that, a letter from Social Security. How quickly can I burn this thing, right? Or maybe you think, we'll throw it in the junk pile for a while, maybe I'll look at it in 6 months, or oops, it fell right into the shredder. Oh my, that's too bad. You know what I mean? I think we all probably get there sometimes, right? Or whoops, there's a puddle as I walk home from the mailbox. I accidentally dropped it right on in. Or maybe it goes right into the gutter. Darn, drop that one. Don't know what it means, but oh well, I guess I'll never find out, right? Obviously, I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but I know a lot of times it's hard to open those letters because we think, what do they want from us? Are they trying to get my benefit? Is this trying to tell me they're going to take it? They're going to garnish it? They're going to stop my benefit? What do they want from me, right? So again, a lot of times when we get these letters, it can be kind of hard to open these things up because you never know what they're trying to tell us and why are they reaching out? Just leave me alone. Don't talk to me, right? So anyway, that when it comes down to this time of year though, when you receive a letter from Social Security, you probably want to open it up. It probably has some pretty good stuff in there, especially right now. All right, so anyway, let me break down really quickly why we want to open this letter, all the details about it. So we're in the time now where, as a result of the COLA raise and things like that, for 2024, Social Security will be sending out these annual letters. Now, they send these letters out each and every year. They go out to like virtually everybody. And as a result of that, it highlights your new benefit amount, taking into consideration the COLA. Awesome stuff, right? It's not going to be as much as we got this year in 2023, but it's still going to be, decent. It's better than nothing. Let's just say that much, okay? Let's look at it from the positive and say, oh, it's not 8.7%. But let's just think, hey, you know what? It's certainly better than zero, okay? Let's think of it that way anyway. I know, we all wish it was more, but, there's nothing we can do about it. Literally nothing, okay? Anyway, so what it's going to do is it's going to highlight your benefit amount, your new benefit amount starting in 2024, and it's also going to highlight the menace that none of us like, which is the Medicare Part B premium deduction, okay? Now, it may also be highlighting any other deductions that you may have on there. And again, that's going to be, based on your own personal situation. But it's going to highlight all of that, and it's going to give you a final bottom line number, which is how much you're actually going to get deposited into your account every single month, which is pretty awesome as well, okay? So watch for that. Sometimes you can look at the numbers and it's a little bit deceiving. Like you look at the top line number and you're like, wow, $1,300? That's awesome. And then you're like, wait, oh yeah, they're taking the Medicare Part B deduction out of there and all this other stuff. And oh, by the way, I'm only going to get like $1,100 at the end of the day or whatever it is. Again, I'm just making up numbers here for an easy example, but you know exactly what I'm talking about because you see your statement all the time. And you know exactly what I mean by that, right? When you look at the top line number, it's like, oh, that's kind of a cool number, right? That's kind of fun right there. And then you look through all the deductions and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess, whatever. And it's not that much. But either way, it will be going up as a result of that. But we got to take all this into consideration. Again, the COLA, the Medicare Part B premium increase, all of these details, it'll all be highlighted on this letter. So you probably want to hold on to that. Again, do whatever you want with it. I know sometimes we can feel like, you know, a little bit deceived, a little bit, you know, frustrated, and we can maybe like, you know, just rip it up or whatever we do in a time of frustration, whatever we might want to do with it, that's totally fine. But you might want to keep it for your records for at least a little while and just make sure that all looks good. Now, one more thing I want to point out really quickly as well. If you want, you can log on to your My Social Security account and you can see some details there as well. It should highlight a lot of the details. Now, if you have not signed up for a My Social Security account, you can on the Social Security website. It's totally 100% free to do so. I've done it as well. It's a process. It's going to take probably, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so, give or take a little bit. I don't know. When I signed up, it took me honestly quite a while. There's a lot of verification questions. They ask for all of your details, including your Social Security number, all kinds of verification questions. They want to make sure that it's actually you. One more thing I want to throw out there really quickly. I know it's really weird to enter your Social Security number into websites, right? I get it. I was even a little bit hesitant when I got to that page and they're like, give me your social. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't really want to. And I was like, but wait, it's Social Security. They already know my social. Duh, they gave it to me, right? So obviously they already have my details. They already know everything about me. But it just felt weird at the time because that's a very sensitive number. You don't want to give that out to just anybody, right? But I guess if you're going to give it to anybody, giving it to Social Security is probably like the best of all the solutions, right? Because they already know, right? But one more thing I want to say really quickly is make sure you are 100% on the Social Security website. Very important, okay? SSA.gov is the official website. Make sure you're on the right one because, unfortunately, we're in a time right now where there are some of these websites out there that pretend to be Social Security that really are not, okay? Be very careful about that. Just make sure you're checking where you are, you're typing in the right addresses and stuff like that. And again, I know, super basic stuff, but again, I just want to throw it out there because I want to make sure that everybody's staying protected right now. There's so much weird stuff going on right now and so many people trying to take advantage of others by getting personal information. It's a bad thing, okay? Again, this could create a huge, huge headache because now you got to get all kinds of stuff issued again. You got to get a new Social Security number if you want. You got to, reopen new bank accounts, all kinds of things like that. It just creates a huge, huge headache. And again, if we can avoid that by me talking about this for like 1 minute, it's probably worth it, right? And again, I know it's super basic, but sometimes it's just nice to hear a little reminder. Anyway, these are the details. Watch for the letter. And again, one more thing I want to throw out there really quickly as well is generally when you get these letters from Social Security, I would say most of the time they are authentic. However, sometimes, you've heard me talk about it before in other videos, sometimes these letters that are going out from, say, the IRS or from Social Security are really not from them. It's from people with ill intentions trying to get personal information, pretending to be these agencies, okay, or these government entities is basically what I should say. But anyway, watch for that as well. But if you get this letter, just watch for it and, should be arriving kind of soonish within the next few weeks or so. A lot of people should be getting it. But again, it could be arriving in the next few weeks, or I would say probably in the next 2.5 months or so is realistically when this should be arriving for most people. So it's kind of the window that I generally see for most people is when they get them. So anyway, hope that kind of makes sense. Again, watch for it. Otherwise, I'll keep you posted with any other details out there. A lot of things are happening right now. Year-end kind of stuff is always very busy. A lot of changes coming in, a lot of things that are happening. So anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Let me know what I can do for you down below in the comments section. Comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, let me know down below if you want to. If not, that's totally fine too. Otherwise, subscribe right down below the video. There's that big old button waiting for you. Make sure to hit that if you have not done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll catch you again later.